What it do, sports fans? We are back on RaWordz Podcast, presented by your host, LJ from H-Town. And of course, I gotta have my player partner, my betting partner, my road dog, Marleybets on the stream. What's the deal, sir?
What's going down, LJ? What's up with H-Town?
Man,
Same old.
second round of the playoffs, my friend. About to get it cracking. And we're going to talk about the first game, which is happening today around 6:30 tip-off time. Milwaukee Bucks versus the Brooklyn Nets. We both feel I feel one of these teams can possibly compete for the NBA championship. But we jumping on the stream to discuss this because I've always been an opponent of Milwaukee's a better team than last year. They've added some key players to help defensively, to help out Giannis, to take a load off of him now. So now we got Brooklyn, three superstars. Well, KD's a superstar. Harden and Kyrie, I think, still have to prove themselves. But we're going to say three All-NBA players on one team going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Eastern Conference semifinals. So, Marlon, give me your thoughts on this game, on who you feel got the advantage and possibly is going to win the series.
I think Brooklyn is going to win the series. I think Milwaukee. I agree with you. They did. They are a better team than in the past couple years, 2-3 years, whatever it's been since they've been on top of the Eastern Conference. I do think Drew Holiday is a upgrade from Bledsoe as the point guard all around defensively and often as the main thing offensively. He can take some of the load off. And you got Lopez, who plays like a big man now. Sometimes he still can get stuck on the outside, but he's starting to play a little bit bigger in the paint. But I still think it's just too much. Based off what I saw in those last two games against the Bucks without James Harden and how tough and close those games were. And then, the Bucks didn't really pull away till late in both of those games. And I think Harden wasn't there. So you got another 23, 25, and 10, and we'll just say 5 to be polite on the rebounds. 23, 5, and 23, 10, at least 8 assists, but probably closer to 10 and 5 rebounds that didn't play in both those games. I think that's going to make a big, a huge difference in those games. So I think they'll be close. They'll be tight. I just think I got the Nets in 6. I just don't. I don't know. I don't see them beating the Nets. I just don't. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I think they're. I don't want to call them frauds because they are a better team. They did get better. They are a better team than last year's team. But the East got better at the top. Well, the East got better up and down for the most part. But especially at the top, Philly got better, and obviously Brooklyn got way better with the additions that they had. I just think it's too much firepower, especially with them losing DiVincenzo.
I know you're talking
about the backup point guard. So I think that's going to be key. I think the Jeff Green injury is going to be key depending on when he comes back because I'm sure he's another body that they're going to put on Middleton, if not Giannis, at least Middleton. So I just think it's too much. They're going to try to put PJ Tucker on KD. I don't know why they keep doing that. I don't know why the Rockets kept doing that. Like, I don't know why did PJ Tucker get this reputation that he can hold KD. All KD do is go bust his ass for 30 every time. And they say he's too short. He plays good defense. He's there, but KD just shoots over the top of him, and I don't think he messes up his vision. So I think it's just another body there. But games got to get played. They've only played about 8-9 games together, the big three. So chemistry is definitely probably going to be an issue this series because, Bucks are a good team, and they've been together, the core has. So they got the chemistry department, but I just think it's too much firepower if Joe Harris is hitting his threes, I mean, that's the fourth scoring option. So, like, if he's on, I mean, I think they can maybe deal with 2 of the 3 being on, but if 3 are all going off, it's kind of hard to stop. They averaging almost 100 points per game with scoring. They're scoring or assisting on 100 points each game. So, it's just, like, that's hard to stop, especially the games where they score 100 without them assisting.
You know what's a good way to stop that? For Milwaukee to be aggressive and get one of them in foul trouble. Put them on the bench. Neutralize the offense a little bit to make it, you see what I'm saying, more competitive. But I really feel because Milwaukee's averaging more points than anyway in the playoffs and throughout the season. So Milwaukee can score just as much as Brooklyn can score. So the advantage that I see is the defense because Milwaukee's been top 10 defense all year pretty much. Brooklyn's ranked 23rd, and no team has ever advanced to the finals with a 23rd ranked defense. So I don't see what's going to be the difference this year.
Well, they don't have to advance to the finals to beat the Bucks.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for as going against a defensive team like the Bucks. You can't be defensively efficient the way that you are going against a team like Milwaukee, who's great defensively.
Well, I don't know what they were ranked out of the first round of the playoffs, but I don't count when it comes to the playoffs. I mean, them being ranked 23rd in the playoffs, I mean, in the regular season, is different than being ranked in the playoffs. You're not going to play one team 4 to 5 times in a row. You're not going to get to lock in on one team defensively and scheme against one team defensively. So that doesn't bother me that much. Their defense, they're not going to win based on defense. So, I mean, their defense they just need to play acceptable defense. They're not going to be a great defensive team this year or probably next year neither. But that's not their thing. They need to play good defense in moments. And key points of the game, they need to get stops. But let's not kid ourselves and act like they're going to be a team that's going to hold teams to under 100 points a game or 105 points a game. That's not their thing. That's never going to be their thing. Even at their best, they're going to be they're going to need to play defense in spots in key situations. Last 2 minutes of the second quarter, stretches of the fourth quarter, stretches where they're going to have to stop teams from going on 10, 15, 0 runs, stuff like that. But they're never going to be a top-notch defensive team. That's not their thing. And as far as the Bucks scoring, look, I'm not going to take anything away from the Bucks. They're a good team. I'm just saying I think Brooklyn's better. So I'm not going to say the Bucks can't score or the Bucks can't stop them from scoring, whatever, because the Bucks are a good team. I don't think this is going to be, like I said, I think it's a 6-game, maybe even 7-game series. It's not going to be the Bucks are just hands down. I mean, the Nets are just hands down better than the Bucks, and they're just going to go whip their ass all series long. Like I don't see it going that way. I see it being a tough fall series. I just think it's with game 1, revenge game for the Nets. Harden wasn't there, and Giannis is already taking shots at Harden. So I just think it's personal for Harden, for one. And you already got him talking shit. And it's a revenge game at home. So I like the Nets this game. Doesn't mean I'm going to take them next game, but I do like them for the series overall. And that's just what I think about this game. Because you already got Giannis saying, they got, 2 good stars, and he named like Kyrie and Harden and Jeff Green. I mean, Kyrie, KD, and Jeff Green, like he left out Harden's name. So, shit like that is going to be personal. And I just think they're going to be at home. You going to have that crowd rocking. I just think the Nets are a better team, even though they haven't had the chemistry. So,
even though they haven't had the chemistry, they're the better team.
Yeah. They're the more talented team.
Wow. Okay. Well, I just believe eventually they're going to self-destruct. That's just my opinion. I don't know if somebody. I just got a funny feeling someone might get hurt, or they're not going to know when to go to at crucial times because they haven't been playing together. But I do
They're
have.
just going to give the ball to KD. They're going to give the ball to KD. I mean, I've seen that in the last shot going to KD. I've already seen him do this.
But they can double team and get it out of his hands, make somebody else beat you.
No, I'm saying you were saying that in the last seconds of the game that you don't know if they're going to be confused on who to go to. If they double team him, I'm sure he's going to pass the ball. But I'm saying there's no confusion on who gets the shot at the end of the game and all that. It's Kevin Durant.
I don't know. We don't know that. I think that.
I'm saying I've seen them do it several times.
But the playoffs are different.
Why?
You say because matchups. You see what I'm saying? Rotations.
I'm saying KD is going to make the decision. Is what I'm saying. He might not shoot the last shot, but before they break the huddle and go onto the floor and see whatever matchups and whatever play and how the play is going to break down, they're already in agreement that KD's the guy, KD's the man. He shoots the last shot.
Okay.
Now if he gets double teamed and has to pass out of or whatever they do a play, that's something completely different. But I'm saying I don't think there's no confusion. I've seen them do it several times. I don't think there's no confusion. KD gets the last shot. Kyrie Irving already said before James got there that it's nice to have a guy that he can count on when it's clutch time. He can give the ball to. So KD is already understood. If it's a tight game, down one, tie game, whatever, KD is the number one option. That's all I'm saying. How it plays out may be different.
All right, Chris, you got the floor, sir. Give me your opinion on this game.
Oh, just the game or the series?
The series too. Like, give us your thoughts.
I think Brooklyn will end up winning it but I don't think Milwaukee's gonna be able to score enough points, and they're not that good. They're not good enough defensively to keep Brooklyn from scoring in the mid hundreds. I think James will be the difference maker because Drew can't guard both him and Kyrie. I just don't think Milwaukee will score enough points. And Giannis hasn't taken that next step. He's got to show me first. So Giannis not being able to make free throws is gonna hurt them, and him not having no go-to moves or him just trying to beat guys off the dribble is gonna hurt them. But no Jeff Green in game one, man. That's gonna be tough for Brooklyn. But Blake's not gonna be able to keep Giannis from the basket. Jeff can't do it either, but I like Jeff moving laterally, and he's more athletic than Blake. But I like Brooklyn. I like Brooklyn to win it. I honestly like Brooklyn to win it in 6. Honestly, that's my opinion. But I mean, we'll see. No DiVincenzo, that messes up Coach Bud's rotation. I don't think Pat Connaughton is as versatile as DiVincenzo.
So can y'all agree that Milwaukee's deeper than Brooklyn?
Deeper?
Yes.
I don't know their bench, so I'm not sure.
I would probably say I like Bobby Portis. I like
people Portis. Tucker. They got Forbes. They got.
I like PJ Tucker.
You see what I'm saying? They got people Tucker coming. They averaging 27, 28 points off their bench through 4 players.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now Jeff Green, the bench, Blake Griffin comes on, and then you got Brown. Nobody else on Brooklyn is going to be able to contribute. So you're relying on 3 players to get you almost 100 points.
They do that every game.
But this is the playoffs, though. It's different.
No, I agree.
I'm saying they've done it every game since the playoffs. They've scored or assisted on over 100 points each game.
They played Boston.
Yeah, Milwaukee's a different animal. Milwaukee's a different animal. I understand what you're saying.
So I'm just trying to figure out who's going to stop. Like Drew Holiday, you can only put him on one person.
I mean, it's not about stopping. It's about neutralizing their offense. So
that's what I'm saying. They don't have their offense is one-on-one.
But see, that's my point. That's
what I'm saying. You can only put Drew on one of those guys of the 2. So who's the other guy? Middleton, right? The other guard, or is he the forward? Who's the other guard?
It was DiVincenzo. He got
DiVincenzo, but I don't know who they're gonna start now.
So who the hell is gonna? So okay, you put Drew on who? Kyrie or James?
He's gonna be on Kyrie.
No, I would put Drew on James if it was me, bro.
Okay, LJ, I'm asking you since you're the Bucks. If you're gonna put Drew on Kyrie, who are you putting on Harden?
Middleton.
So Middleton's gonna you're gonna lose his offense, at least a portion of his offense. Because he's going to have to play really staunch defense against Harden. He can't just go out there and play half-ass defense against James Harden.
I get that, but on the other end, ain't Harden?
Well, James doesn't play defense anyway, so.
Okay, so that's my point. Like, so you're saying
But I'm saying, wait. But what I'm saying is, the Bucks needs Middleton offense way more than because Giannis is not going to be your leading scorer, but outside of Giannis, offensively, who produces? Like you need Middleton's. They need Harden doesn't need to get 27. He can get 20 and 8.
Well, I don't think they're going to keep Middleton on Harden the whole game. It's going to be a collective effort. But I'm talking about situational stops when they need a stop. Middleton is long enough and his wingspan can defend with Harden. I'm not saying he's going to completely stop him, but he can make him work. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying he can't make it work. I agree with you that he can make him work. I'm just saying the effort that he's going to put in making him work on defense is going to tire him out.
I don't think he's going to be on him the whole game. They're going to.
I think they really. He's the only one. He's the only one to me on Milwaukee's team that has a consistent jump shot, or I would even say a reliable. Because I don't think Drew Holiday's jump shot is reliable.
I
think it's decent.
I'll take Middleton over CJ McCollum. I keep telling y'all that.
I mean, I like Middleton. I think I can agree with that.
But I hear what LJ saying. But me personally, bro, if I'm Coach Bud, I gotta put Holiday on James, bro, because he's their engine.
I put Holiday on James too.
He's their engine, bro. He's thick
enough. He's thick enough to not let Harden bump him off the spot.
For me, guarding James, it ain't about being strong and all that. It's about being savvy enough to understand James. When you guard him, bro, he's looking to get fouls. Drew Holiday slides his feet and he knows how to play defense without using his hands. That's very important when you guard James, bro. Because James can go either hand, left or right. But once you put your hand in cookie jars, bro, it's a wrap. Drew
smart. To me, the thing with James is you got to be big enough because those little guards. Yeah, he just when he drives to the lane, he bumps them off every time, and that's where you get the foul. So Drew is thick enough to he's not going to let you just move him off like that.
No, for sure. Drew, I mess with Drew. I wish he was a Laker, bro.
Just because Kyrie handles in first step is so fast. I like Drew, and you're right, he can move his feet, but I think that's 50-50 with Kyrie because like he's so fucking fast with the ball. I'd rather put him on because Drew can stay in front of Harden. I don't think Harden can blow by Drew. I think the chances of Harden blowing by Drew is way less than the chances of Kyrie blowing by Drew. If that makes sense, what I'm trying to say.
Well, yeah, James, but James has a quick first step, and people realize, bro. James a little heavy, but James he's so good with the ball, bro. The way he handles the ball, man, he gets guys off balance, and it's like by the time you realize where he's at, it's too late. So. Yeah, but that's why everything we're saying, that's why Brooklyn is such a matchup problem. And I don't believe Giannis is good enough to get them over the hump. That's my
Giannis gonna have to. I'm assuming they're gonna put Giannis on KD in spots.
I don't know if that's a good idea, bro.
I think that's what they did in those other two games.
But Giannis guarding KD in a series is a whole different animal, man. Whole different animal. Because Giannis can't afford to get in foul trouble, but they don't got no shot. James,
Brooklyn can't afford it either, and that's my point I brought up.
See, I think they can because they got three other guys that can handle the ball and score.
But listen, what if you get three of those guys in foul trouble?
I mean, what's the odds of all three of them?
Yeah.
No, I didn't say all three. I said one of them, one of the starters.
Right. I'm saying if James gets in foul trouble, Kyrie can push the point.
Right.
Yeah, but you still taking away that offense and that from James. He's on the bench.
No, I hear what you're saying, but Giannis being in foul trouble is more critical than one of those big three on Brooklyn.
Okay, I get that. I get that. So my point is this: Milwaukee's going to defend them defensively, collectively as a team. That way, they don't have to get in foul. You got Brook Lopez.
Don't all teams try to do that though? All teams try to play team defense? I mean,
yeah, but see, when you have matchups and you have height. Because Brooklyn's not going to win the boards against this team. If they win the boards, they're winning the series. Bottom line, because they don't have any inside presence unless DeAndre is going to come off the bench and be an All-NBA defender like he used to be.
I mean, he's going to play this series. He didn't play last series because Boston's not big. So
okay, well, if he comes in here and does it,
he plays this series.
Kudos. Okay, maybe Nash was saving him. You see what I'm saying for this?
I mean, I don't know what he's going to do, but I'm just saying he plays.
Okay, well, if he plays and he comes in and defends that rim, you got a different ball game because that way Milwaukee can't get to the paint because they're top 5 in points to the paint. So
I don't think they have to win the rebound battle. I just think they have to keep it close.
I actually agree, bro. I actually agree with Mar, bro. I don't think they have to win the rebound battle. As long as it ain't like a 15 rebound discrepancy, they'll be
okay. They got to keep it close because they're going to make all they got to do is
they're plus 18 right now in the playoffs. They're plus 18. Milwaukee.
Well, they play Boston. Boston's little, so we will give them that. They're not going to be plus 18.
No. Milwaukee played Miami.
Oh, Milwaukee is plus 18.
Yes.
Well, Milwaukee is going to – I mean, we can all agree that Milwaukee is going to kill Brooklyn on the boards. We know that.
We'll see.
But I don't think they're going to blow them out. It just needs to be close. It doesn't have to be – it just doesn't need to be plus 18, plus 15. If it's like 7, they got 6 or 7 more rebounds, then they can win. They can't be 15, 20 rebounds, though.
Well, I said the same thing when the Lakers played the Suns, bro. I was like, we're going to kill them on the boards, and clearly that didn't happen. So,
well, AD got hurt, so that's kind of
that's true. But I'm just pointing out the fact that Milwaukee got way more advantages than Brooklyn got. Y'all depending on 3 players to get you 100 points from the.
Hold on. What's all the advantages they got?
Defensively, they're deeper.
Yeah, obviously. Besides defense, what else they got?
They're deeper. They have more people that can contribute offense than Brooklyn.
But I know, but like you said, it's playoff time. So all those guys that you talk about that they brought in, they're gonna have to show us because we know what the guys in Brooklyn can do.
Okay, a lot of those guys are probably going to be getting minutes. The rotation gets short in the playoffs. So
he's going to run 4 off his bench because now he has Devachino hurt. He's going to use his bench. Now, my point is this: who is Brooklyn going to go to initiate offense off the bench if their starters aren't contributing?
Well, one of their big 3 is always in the game. That's why they have 3 players. They're all not. There's going to be rare occasions where you see all 3 of them sitting on the bench, if any.
No, it won't be, bro.
I don't think I've ever seen all 3 of them sitting on the bench at one
unless
time.
They up 30.
James Harden can run the bench. James Harden can play the point, and it'd be all bench players on that team, right?
Yeah, running
the floor. So you depended on James to get points and assists. You depended on these players to make
LJ, you acting like there hasn't been a big 3 constructed in this manner before. I mean, I understand we talking about.
You don't understand
you love that bench,
no team has ever been successful with a 27th ranked defense. I'm telling y'all, their defense is not going to allow them to be successful, dog. Like, y'all saying, oh, they're just going to snap now because it's the playoffs.
Who said that? I don't think Chris said that, and I don't think I said that either.
I don't accept that.
So I don't think
y'all saying their offense is going to overcome their lack of defensive effort.
I don't think neither one of us oversaid that neither. Now, what we did say is that we think Brooklyn will win in 6. That's the only thing we said.
But I'm just trying to understand what is the philosophy of y'all telling me that they're going to win in 6? Because they have 3 players that can get you 90 points?
No.
Okay, so let me say this. All those numbers you named about them being ranked this in the bench points and this defensively and all that offensively, it still got them behind the Nets in the regular season. So you can't tell me that we're just going to depend on these big 3, and that's it. They've been depending on these big 3 all season, and
by
still
1 or 2
had
games.
a better record than the Bucks.
It was 1 or 2 games.
I'm saying so. I mean, I don't think neither one of us said it's going to be a sweep. I also
can say y'all saying that they're not going to score enough. Milwaukee scored more points than Brooklyn all season, but y'all saying they're not going to.
Wait, when did I say that? Because I didn't say that. Because I think I clearly said I don't want to say nothing bad about the Bucks. I'm not saying they can't score because I think that's what I said. I'm not saying they can't score. I just don't think they have enough to beat the Nets. That's what I said. So I didn't go into what they can't do. I just personally think the big 3 for the Nets is more talented than the team of the Bucks. Simply because, and I agree with Chris, because this is what Chris said. He didn't say what they can't do as far as can they. Well, he did say they can't score enough. He did say that. But his main reason was saying, which I agree with, Giannis hasn't developed any moves since last year. He hasn't developed a turnaround, a step back, a pull up, no go-to moves. The same thing that hindered them last year. We both agree that Drew is an upgrade from Bledsoe, but we both agree that he's not enough of an upgrade to counter James and Kyrie. That's all we're saying.
Yeah,
so we're going to keep Giannis out of the paint.
But they
might not be able to.
So
Giannis is only going to score. But Giannis can only do so much. He can only score 30 and 10.
Okay, but he has other people.
But when the fourth quarter comes, it's the same way they kept him out of the paint the last 3 years. You put 3 bodies right there, 2 bodies right there. Make him pull up.
Who on Brooklyn can match up?
He can't run over everybody. There's this thing called a charge. I mean, you got to put a body there. He can't just run through him.
Who's going to keep Giannis in front?
Anybody can stand there and stop him from coming to the lane.
Who's going to move their feet and be long enough and lengthy to keep Giannis in front of them on Brooklyn? Tell me who.
Blake Griffin. He's not going to do it all game. I mean, you act like I'm saying he's gonna hold Giannis to 15 points.
Okay, so
Giannis is probably gonna get him 30. DeAndre Jordan. All he gotta do is hoop. Why can't they just grab him and make him shoot free throws?
Because you're not gonna be able to do that.
That's what they did to Ben Simmons. That's what they did to Ben Simmons. So why can't they do the same thing to Giannis?
That's not gonna be effective, bro.
How is it not if he can't shoot free throws?
He can shoot free throws. He can shoot better than Ben Simmons.
What's his percentage?
Everybody can shoot better than Ben Simmons.
What's Giannis' percentage of free throws?
No, I have to look it up, but
do you think it's 60%?
Possibly.
So I mean, what's considered a good free throw shooter? Because 60% is not considered a good free throw shooter.
Look, I can look up how many free throws he did hit in the playoffs.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is Giannis a good free throw shooter or not? Because you told me he was. I don't think he is. I think he's below average.
He's not better than Brooklyn's three.
I think he's. I didn't say that. I'm not. I know he's nowhere near compared to them. I'm saying Giannis is a below average free throw shooter.
Okay, I'll say he's 50%. He's going to hit 1 out of 2.
But that's not going to be good enough, LJ.
That's not good enough. Ben Simmons went 4 for 8, and they lost.
So basically, y'all saying the game is going to come down to fouling Giannis and making him shoot free throws.
I'm not saying every game, LJ, but one game might.
Okay, okay, the same way y'all can say that, I can say the same on the other side. They're going to
Brooklyn, and I'm not going to argue. And I'm not going to argue it strongly. You can say that. I'm not going to argue it strongly. I think it's going to be a tight series.
Yeah, I do too. But hey, LJ, so you must have Milwaukee winning, right?
Clearly.
Yeah, Milwaukee in 6.
That's I
got Milwaukee in 6.
Okay, let me ask you a question. How many offensive fouls Giannis gonna average a game this series? So I'm saying he gonna average at least 2. He gonna run over at least 2 people a game.
2 a game?
Yep.
Nah.
Okay. Would you bet on that?
Yeah, I'll bet on that. He said when this series is over, whatever series they win, whatever games, he's gonna be averaging 2 offensive rebounds per game.
No. I didn't say offensive rebound. I mean offensive fouls.
Yeah, okay.
Fouls, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He gonna run 2 guys a game.
I just feel like the stuff that you're saying, like, who's gonna stop Giannis going to the paint? Who's gonna stop KD from playing back? Who's gonna stop KD?
I'm not a betting person, bro, but I just think Giannis. I haven't seen an improvement. But go ahead, Mar. I haven't seen an improvement. He got to show me first. He got to show
I agree
KD,
with everything you're saying, Chris.
Giannis is gonna do his thing.
My bad. Go ahead, Chris. No, go ahead.
Giannis gonna do his thing, bro. But he's just not gonna be good enough, bro.
I feel like you got Giannis. Let's say Giannis averages 30 and 10,
and he might
feel like Giannis and KD, they cancel each other out. And then you go to who you want to say, Drew and James. You can say they cancel each other out if you want to say that. And then I still go to what players can you combine to cancel out Kyrie?
Okay, so let me ask this question.
You gonna answer my question with a question?
Let's do it like this. You said Giannis and Durant can both average 30. That cancels.
I'm just saying whatever they average, I just feel like it'll be close enough. If one averages 30, the other one averages 27. I feel like that's close enough to cancel each other out.
Okay, so my thing is this: Kyrie's averaging 25 points in the playoffs. Drew Holiday's averaging 19.
You can even say they cancel each other. I'm okay with you saying
Chris
they cancel each other.
Middleton is averaging 22. Harden is averaging 28. Okay. So now those 3.
Right.
Who else is going to contribute besides Joe Harris? Because he's averaging 13 points. With Lopez averaging 16. I have Bobby Portis averaging 12. I have Forbes coming off the bench averaging 15. So what Brooklyn is going to do to counter those points coming from those other 3 players? What are they going to do?
It's a whole other animal, though.
What does that mean? A whole other animal?
That's a whole different animal. Who did they play in the first round? Whoever they played in the first
round. They played Miami.
Miami was better than Boston to me.
But no. What he's saying is, that's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying.
LJ, whatever they did to Miami, they're not going to be able to do to.
They're not going to be able to do that to Boston. Right.
So when you talk about,
they're not going to be able to do what? That's what I'm saying.
They're not going to be these guys. Bobby Porter's averaging 12.
Okay.
They're not going to contribute like that because they're going to be so focused and locked in on coming up on screen and rolls against these guys coming to transition, bro.
Yeah, they're not going to have that same energy that they had against
all game,
not
bro.
even close.
Like Miami don't have the personnel. Miami don't have the personnel. Miami never scared them on defense, bro. Not one time.
Not one time. When you're looking at Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, when you're looking at Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, you're going at them.
So basically, y'all saying they're going to dominate perimeter and score jump shots every game. That's basically what y'all saying.
No.
Y'all not giving me another way that Brooklyn's going to be able to score.
They only have to do it for 4 games, LJ. They don't have to do it
how are
every
they going to score?
They got three people that scores 100 points a game.
How? On the perimeter with jump shots, right? They're gonna hit all the jump shots, right?
Yeah. LJ, how many points you got Brooklyn averaging? How many points you got Brooklyn averaging
in the game?
This whole series.
They only average 100.
How many do you have them averaging this series? I don't care what they do.
I could give them 118, and I will give Milwaukee 120.
But do you understand 118 is a lot? You understand that?
Milwaukee can score 120.
But I didn't ask you about Milwaukee. I'm talking about Brooklyn.
Oh my gosh!
I don't believe it. I don't
score Milwaukee, even though Milwaukee's averaging more points than Brooklyn right now.
But those points that they averaged a game, that's during the regular season, is different.
What do you mean? They just did it in the playoffs in a 4-game sweep. 118 in a 4-game sweep. What's the difference, bro? Like, y'all think
what's the difference?
Now because
you keep saying what's the difference? See, you keep saying what. You can't ask a question, then we give you the answer. You disagree with it, and then you ask the same question. The difference, Chris just told you the difference. The pressure that Brooklyn's going to put on them offensively is completely different from the pressure that Miami. Wait, let me finish. I know you about to jump in. Wait. The pressure. Therefore, they're not going to have that same energy to expend on offense. That's what Chris is saying. So even though Bobby Porter averaged 15 points a game or whatever he averaged a game, he was holding Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero. He wasn't as locked in as he's going to have to be holding James Harden. So he's not going to be able to. He's saying he's assuming or predicting that they won't average those same points because of the energy that they're going to have to expend on offense. Now, will that happen?
Brooklyn's going to have to expend on defense. What about Brooklyn having to expend energy on defense?
It goes both ways, LJ. It's okay.
I'll take a step further. I asked LJ a question. I'll take a step further. I mean, it's okay. LJ got money right on the series, man. So he's trying to get us on board. It's okay. I'm not knocking this. He can feel the way he feels. I'm not knocking that. I love this. I'd rather talk with y'all than talk with these cats that get paid to do it on TV, man. And they just giving me stats and what they see, the ball go in, ball don't go in. Like, I'm actually trying to break down the game, and y'all trying to break down the game. So I appreciate that. But I'm gonna ask LJ a question. So LJ, what's Coach Bud's number one priority going into this series? You think it's to score enough points? You think it's to get Giannis 30 and 50? I mean, what's your honest opinion? What's the number one?
To eliminate the attempts that Brooklyn's going to have.
How do you do that?
So slow the game down.
Yes, get them in foul trouble and neutralize their offense.
Okay.
They can't score 120 points slowing the game down.
Would you say more?
Because he said they're going to average 120. I'm saying if you're saying their philosophy is to slow the game down, then they can't average 120 slowing the game down.
It'll be 10 points less. It's going to be 100 though, because that's how the game is played. It's a lot of possessions. But
100 and 120 is a big gap.
I'm saying if Brooklyn is going to rely on jump shots, they're going to miss some of those shots. They're not going to get extra possessions on the board because Milwaukee's too big and they can rebound.
Why do you say they're going to? Why do you say they're going to rely on jump shots? What if they say Kyrie James attack?
How are they going to score in the paint?
What if they say attack? Get Giannis and Lopez in foul trouble.
Okay, then like I said, all bets is off. That's what I'm saying. Whatever team is going to be more aggressive to get the other team in foul trouble is going to control the series.
And I think that'll be Brooklyn.
The tendencies that Milwaukee has shown throughout their season and the playoffs is more consistent than what Brooklyn has shown because those three players have not played enough games.
I agree. Let me ask you a question. Why you keep saying Milwaukee's so big? Who they got on their team that's so big?
They have Brook Lopez 6'11". They have Giannis.
Let me ask you a question. You think Brook Lopez is really going to have that much of an impact because of his size?
He can guard the rim. He can defend the rim and block shots.
Okay.
I mean, I don't believe that. How many blocker?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Why did Brook Lopez make all NBA defense on the team?
But let me ask you, but I don't care about any of that. I'm asking you.
Don't care about that? That means that if you make that team, you play good defense though, right? If you're on that team.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
But I'm asking you a question. How many minutes is Brook Lopez going to average in this series? Because I think it's going to be too much of a matchup problem where Coach Bud can't play him, bro. Just like we couldn't play Drummond and we couldn't play Marc Gasol.
Why they can't play?
Because he can't match up. He's not going to match up. He can't match up to anybody Brooklyn's going to put out there.
Who's going to be Brooklyn's center?
Could be Blake.
It doesn't matter.
It could be Blake. It could be Blake.
Hold on, Mark. Let me ask LJ a question. Whatever you think he's going to bring on offense, Do you think that's going to be good enough for Coach Bud to leave him on the floor defensively against these guys? I don't believe that.
I believe he can step out and shoot the three, and he can go inside.
So how many minutes he gonna average? How many minutes you think he gonna average?
I don't know, Chris.
I kind of agree with you, Chris. Hey, Chris.
Mark, I'm asking because LJ keep bringing up size. Size is not gonna matter in this series, bro. That's my honest opinion. I don't believe size is gonna matter in this series. Coach Bud is gonna have to match up with Brooklyn. Brooklyn's not gonna match up with Milwaukee. So I don't believe Brook Lopez is going to be that much.
Why are you saying Brook Lopez is such a liability, though?
Because they're going to bring him away from the basket and they're going to tell him to come out and guard this pick and roll, bro. Just because you do it one time on one possession, we're going to get his ass out here and make him.
So you're saying that he's not going to be able to guard the pick and roll?
I do not believe that. No way.
I didn't think about that, Chris.
No way,
I like that. I didn't think about that.
There's no way. James and Kyrie.
If they go small, if they put him on James, KD, or Kyrie, it's
he's not going to be on them. That's my point. He's going to be on the person that, like Blake Griffin.
But when they do the pick and roll, they're going to make them switch.
Okay, but listen. Okay, so let's go on the other side. Let's go on the other side. If Brook Lopez runs a pick and roll, he can't hit that jump shot.
I'll take that though.
I don't think he's gonna.
Oh my God, I'll take that. I'll take the ball in Brook Lopez hands every time.
But I don't think
not every time, but at least he'll be open enough to hit that shot. He can make that shot.
Okay, so I'll take that.
I'll take that.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Yeah, that's fine. Let me ask you a question, LJ. So so if you're a coach, what would you rather have? Would you rather have James and Kyrie involved in Brook and Lopez on a pick and roll to get any shot they want?
Not going to be involved in it.
Let me finish the question, LJ.
Yes, they're going to make him involved.
Mark, hold on. I couldn't finish the question because LJ jumped in there. LJ, so if you a coach, you had your pick right now. On this hand, you got James, Kyrie, and KD running a ball screen with Brook Lopez involved on this hand, or would you rather have Milwaukee running the screen where Brook Lopez is pick and popping? What do you think is going to be more effective? What would you take as a coach?
Chris, they're not going to have Brook Lopez in the pick and roll like that. He's going to be in the paint. You have Giannis Middleton. They're going to be on that.
LJ, listen, what Chris is saying, whoever Brook Lopez is holding, whoever he's holding, they're going to run the pick and roll with that guy.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to see. Okay, perfect example. What Luka is doing to the Clippers.
Exactly.
He was seeking him out. I don't give a damn who Pat Bev was guarding, who Reggie Jackson, bro. You come set the screen. It could be 1-5, it could be 1-3, 1-4. It doesn't matter. They're going to seek Brook Lopez out because he can't slide his feet, and they're going to come off the ball screen and get whatever they want. I don't think Brook Lopez is going to be able to compensate on offense because we're Bud is going to take him out. Now, if he's averaging 25, he's knocking out 6 threes a game. You got to keep him out there. I don't think he's going to be able to do enough. I think he'll be more foul trouble than anything. That's my honest opinion.
God.
You have guys like this, cats, they get you in foul trouble. That's what's gonna happen. But I don't think we keep bringing up. But LJ keep bringing up size. We're not talking about an Embiid or a Jokic where they're gonna throw it to Brook and he's gonna do his thing. That's not what he does. He's not gonna make enough shots to where Bud's gonna be able to keep him out there. That's my honest opinion. I could be wrong. That's just my opinion. So, but LJ keep bringing up size. I'm like, he's gonna come off the floor at some point. He's gonna start the game. Andre Drummond started the game for us. Then he didn't finish the game, right? That's what I think is gonna happen. You're gonna have to match up with Brooklyn. That's my honest opinion.
You're right, because man, that's a great point. Because as a coach, if I see Brook Lopez on the floor, whoever he's holding, come over here and run this screen every time and give me the switch. And Harden and James go.
That's my go. Go ahead, LJ.
So you're telling me if that play happens, right? Which y'all just described, right? That play happens. They get Brook Lopez on the pick and roll and they abuse him. You think Bud is going to be like, oh, well, I'm just going to try it again. And maybe they just did it that time. He's going to react and do something different. He's not going to allow him to be in it anymore.
So, right. He has to take him off the floor.
Hold on. What'd you say, more?
He has to take him off the floor.
He's going to have to, bro.
What else can he do?
Well, yeah, what else? I mean, as a coach, what would you do to adjust?
What would you do as a coach?
You going to play zone? I'm asking LJ. I'm shooting that to you. What adjustment can Coach Bud do except for take him off the floor and run his zone?
He can have somebody else on the pick and roll.
No, you're not listening, LJ. Whoever Brook Lopez is holding,
they're going to seek him out.
We're just going to tell him to do the screen and roll. If I'm Harden and you got Lopez on DeAndre Jordan, come here, screen and roll. Okay, you take him off DeAndre Jordan and you put him on Blake Griffin. Okay, Blake Griffin, come here, come run the screen. Like you can't take him off the screen. I don't know what the adjustments you can make is you can trap it, you can blitz the screen and try to get the ball out of his hands, but you still leaving up an open man. Your rotation got to be good. So it's still a
depending on their rotation. That's what I just said. I'm depending on their rotation to make up for that.
But you're going to give up an open shot because you're going to have 2-on-1 guy.
Okay,
but LJ, I was just focused on the size. You can't bring up size. I'm saying size. I'm bringing up
size for is defending the paint. They're not going to be able to get easy buckets in the paint.
And I agree. Milwaukee has good size, but I don't think Brook Lopez is going to play that much of a factor in this series. That's just my honest opinion. That's my honest.
I don't agree with that.
So 16 points, 8 rebounds, 1 block is just going to go away.
He's not going to. No. He'll. His points will probably go down, but I mean, I think he'll still be effective. I don't think he's going to be as effective as he's been because of exactly what Chris just said.
This is not a good matchup.
It's the same reason why DeAndre Jordan didn't play in the Boston series. It's a bad man. They don't got no bigs. They got small guys.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because Brook can actually shoot the ball. He can't. But I just think this is a bad matchup for him. This series. This is a bad matchup for him.
I agree.
Point blank. That's my honest opinion. He's not good enough offensively to where you have to keep him on the floor. He's not.
Right.
Who's not? Brook Lopez?
Brook Lopez.
He's not good offensively.
He's not good enough offensively to where he has to be on the floor.
Not offensively to where he can't hit a shot.
What's that?
You're saying offensively to where he can't hit a shot?
Well, LJ, of course he can make.
No, he just talking about
you say he can't put the ball on the floor and get to the basket?
Hell no.
He can't go in an offensive rebound on a missed shot.
I'm sure he'll have a couple offensive rebounds.
Okay, so how you say he's not going to be effective? He can be effective in other ways.
Well, of course. I'm all about people impacting the game, but you're making it seem like Brook Lopez. Let me ask you a question: is Brook Lopez the X factor? Because that's what it sounds like.
No, I'm not saying that.
So who's the X factor for Milwaukee? Who's the X factor for Milwaukee? I'm asking. It's just a question. It's just a question. Who's the X factor for Milwaukee?
Jrue Holiday and their bench.
Okay, give me. Is it Jrue or is it the bench? Which one? The Jrue gonna do his thing.
It's Jrue Holiday and the bench.
Okay,
because they're deeper.
Okay,
Milwaukee's deeper than Brooklyn. They can throw people off.
So is it the bench or is it Jrue Holiday? I think you can only have one X factor, not two.
I agree. Milwaukee's way deeper, but I just think Brooklyn is too talented, and it's not. And Giannis hasn't taken that now.
How is talent going to override defensive? Like. You're all saying
wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
They're going to have to play defense.
Of course, I got that. So you make it so, but I'm confused.
So I'm just saying they're just going to ramp up their defense all of a sudden after all these games.
Brooklyn may not play a lick of defense, but I don't think Milwaukee's defense. But I don't believe Milwaukee's defense is good enough to keep these guys from getting to where they want to go. So that's why I believe
they're top 10 defensively all year. They're number 3 in points allowed. They're number 5 in field goal percentage. They're number saying they are a top 5 defensive team.
But LJ, you've been covering this game too long, bro. You can't factor in what people did in the regular season. Did they play Brooklyn every single game in the regular season?
They beat them twice the last 2 games.
Answer the question. Did they play Brooklyn every single game? You gonna sprinkle in a sorry Wizards team, a sorry Minnesota team. That doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they're gonna have to find
Brooklyn in the last 2 games that they played.
Without James Harden.
Come on, LJ.
You know they didn't have James Harden.
Okay, so y'all saying they didn't have James Harden. So James
Harden.
I'm
saying that makes a big difference.
How? Because James Harden doesn't know what they're going to throw him at it defensively.
Well, he makes a big difference because he's 20 plus.
They don't know what they're going to throw at him defensively.
But let me ask you this: James been in the league too long, bro. He don't give a damn.
And he's not going to get those same fouls like he be trying to persuade the refs to do.
Okay, is it about the fouls or is it about the look?
Yeah, because
they didn't have James Harden. You make it seem like he's not going to make any difference in that game.
No, but he's not going to get those same manipulating fouls.
I never said that, LJ. I just said he missed the game.
I'm trying to tell you, most of the points they come from the free throw line because they try to get fouls.
But LJ, hold on. I hear what you're saying, but LJ, that's all speculation, bro. You don't know that. We don't know what calls James gonna get. We don't know what calls James gonna get. That's a fact, nigga. We don't know what calls James gonna get.
Okay, so when he was with us. Didn't change.
You talking about when he was
still average 20 plus
right now.
But did he get those same?
Because all I said was James Harden missed the game, and that's 20 and 10. That's all I said. I never said what he's gonna do, what he's not gonna do. I just said 20 and 10. That's all I said.
But they can combat that.
I
didn't say they couldn't.
So how can y'all still convince me that Brooklyn's gonna score more?
I'm not trying to. All I said was you brought up the 2 games that they. Oh my God! You said they beat them twice, and then I said James Harden wasn't there. That's all I said.
But when we started off this conversation, y'all said Milwaukee's not going to be able to score enough points on Brooklyn to win the series.
I didn't say that.
That's yeah. You have to be able to score enough.
Well, you got to say that in order for them to win the game. Yes.
But Milwaukee averaged more points.
But LJ, you keep
they played 20 other teams.
I'm talking about playoffs, the last 4 games.
Okay, all right. Well, like I said, we'll see what happens. But we're not just like let's go in one big circle. But
I just don't like that we're not arguing real basketball. Like we.
But LJ, but what LJ talks about, we don't know what James is going. They're going to throw at James, but James seen everything in a book, bro. He's been in the league 10+ years. He's an all-star. He's a superstar. He don't give a damn. He's gonna do what he does.
So why hasn't he been successful, Chris?
He got a different team.
He's going. But like I said, we don't know what is going to happen this year. His teams. He had one good chance in Houston, maybe 2 years. This is the best chance for him to win a championship. It's a whole different animal. So what looks you think
it's
they're going to?
It's a whole different animal because
if you gonna tell me, so you can't tell me Drew Holiday makes a big difference if you're not going to tell me James Harden don't make a big difference.
Drew Holiday's going to make a significant difference.
So you can't tell me that having KD and Kyrie next to you is the same as with the Rockets. Yeah. If you're going to tell me Drew Holiday impacts the Bucks, then you can't tell me that James and the Rockets and the Nets are the same.
He's gonna impact them defensively.
And James is going to impact them offensively.
They're going to limit their possessions. They're going to limit Brooklyn's possessions on offense.
Is that for sure what's going to happen? Or
that's for sure.
Okay. Well, that's
for sure.
I can say that the Nets are for sure going to get 100 points.
But that don't mean they're going to get 120.
Well,
everything you're saying is speculation. I mean, we can both sit here and speculate. Because that's all we're speculating.
Yeah, but like I said, that's all we do. Speculate. LJ doesn't think James is going to get the foul calls. He don't think Milwaukee.
I can say he's not going to get the foul calls. I can say he's going to shoot 50% from 3. You can say he's not.
Yeah, that's his our opinion. We'll see how it plays out. I just don't think Giannis is taking. If Giannis has taken the next step, like if he does what Book did to us. In Milwaukee, that might be a whole different animal. I don't think Giannis has taken that next step, bro.
Okay, so did you think Booker was going to do that to y'all before you saw him?
You damn right. Because their strengths outweighed our strengths. Their strength was the perimeter team. Our strength was the front court.
Okay.
So Book and CP, as opposed to what in a no healthy AD and Braun, their strengths outplay our strengths.
Okay.
And we got nothing to Book. Okay. So I'm saying if Giannis is able to take that next step, I'm not even talking about making and missing free throws. That have Luka's not seeing the ball well, but he's still doing what he's doing on the court. I don't believe but Luka is able to do certain things on the court to where it impacts not just him scoring, but him getting his teammates involved. Giannis is just see playing space, and I'm gonna get to the rim whether you like it or not. I don't believe that's gonna be good enough to beat Brooklyn 4 times. That is my honest opinion.
But he's not gonna do that the whole game. Y'all act like that's all Giannis does, just bully his way to the rim. He does it on fast breaks.
I haven't seen him do much of anything.
That's what I said. I said playing space, which is fast break, playing space, rebound, let's go. Okay. And in the half court, he'll try to post you. But
if Giannis shows a consistent jump shot in the half court, then hey, we talk about something completely different. Okay. But like Chris said, I don't believe I have yet to see him.
Yeah, I haven't seen
half court ability. Other than I'm just gonna drive to this lane and dunk on you or get fouled.
Y'all talking individually, Giannis. I'm speaking of their whole team.
But I'm telling you, that's the reason why I don't believe they'll beat them 4 times. Giannis is their best player. He's a 2-time MVP.
His team is better though.
I get it, but he has to be better. Nigga, the team can be better all they want to, but you gotta be better.
So you're dependent on Giannis to be better and his team.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, bro, superstars do what's going to get you.
Okay, so let me ask this question: how is Brooklyn going to eliminate Milwaukee's transition fast break points because they're top 3 too in fast break points? How are they going to limit that? How are they going to get back?
Well, shoot. I mean, if they don't get back, it's going to be a long series.
Well, if they're making baskets,
that depends on making shots, right? That depends on making their shots.
Bring
the ball out of the rim. Right?
Make or miss, bro. You got to get back. It don't matter. That has nothing to do with it. But make or miss, you get your ass back.
Well, it's hard to do a fast break. It's hard to do a fast break when you're taking the ball out.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So y'all expecting Brooklyn to constantly put the ball in the basket.
Alan, I'm doing my show.
I said make or miss, bro. That's like I asked you about Coach Bud. What's the top priority for him? The top priority for Steve Nash and his team is getting back in transition, bro, and building that wall.
I got you.
If you don't get back, bro, you gonna lose 4 times.
Okay, history shows that you have to be effective offensively and defensively.
I agree.
Playoff. Brooklyn is not effective defensively enough
I agree.
to overcome.
I agree.
Because offense can only do so much.
I agree. But the guy that we talking about, I don't believe my history shows from watching him is he ain't good enough yet to beat the.
But what has Harden showed you? What has Harden showed?
But he's playing with guys that are going to help him get there, though. That's the difference.
So Giannis is not playing with guys that's going to help him.
But
hold on. Let me address it. Bro, he's playing.
What has Lopez proved?
Wait, Mar, let me address that. Bro, he's playing with 2 champions, though, LJ. KD is that guy. Kyrie
were they the best players on their team?
That's not what I'm saying.
No.
But they're champions, though. KD was the best player on the team, of course.
Steph Curry had those MVPs, though.
But KD was the Finals MVP, the best player.
They won before him. They won before him. Before you came, Chris.
Okay, but that wasn't the question. The question was whether he's the best player on that team, and the answer is yes.
But they won before him.
But that's not the question. The question you asked him was he the best player on the team? That was the question you asked him.
But yeah, right. Thank you. But LJ, James doesn't have to be spectacular for Brooklyn to win. Giannis has to be spectacular for them to win. That is the ultimate difference.
Okay, I'm putting my money on Giannis to be spectacular.
Okay, well, hey, and if he does, more power to him. He's just like the first.
Right. That's all we saying, man.
That's all I'm saying. I love the fire, but my grandma says, bro, I can see better than I can hear, bro. I know what he's telling me, bro. You have to show us first, because those 3 guys coming at him, he ain't never seen that.
Go crazy, man. I want to have a heart attack
like that before, bro.
I'm good. I'm just talking. I'm passionate about it, man.
It's okay.
I believe Milwaukee's a better team, and y'all.
They're the better team. They're the better team, no doubt.
They are the
I think Brooklyn's talent is going to overwhelm them. I believe Brooklyn's talent will overwhelm them. That's what I think.
3 players.
They overwhelm them. I've
seen 3 players overwhelm. I've seen 3 players over and over overwhelm good teams. We've seen it before.
Win.
What?
Win. Yeah.
You want me to name teams that had 3 stars that won championship?
What were they ranked defensively, though?
That's not what I didn't say. They couldn't play defense, LJ. I said
that's the reason why they won.
Right. Okay.
Because they were able to play
right. And to counter that, I say this 3. There has never been a 3 that has been this offensively talented together. So defensively, I personally feel they don't have to be as good as those other teams defensively, because the 3 of them together, there has never been an offensive trio as good as them. So they're going to make up a little bit more than the other teams could defensively. Now, that's just how we feel, LJ. We could be wrong.
Yeah.
Just like you feel that the Bucks are better. You could be right, LJ.
Hey, Mar, you know what it looks like to me? It looked like we got him changing his mind. He contemplated, damn, bro, they might be right.
I can go on numbers and what I've seen.
I mean, I agree. LJ, the numbers from the regular season, because it's hard to pull the Nets numbers because, one, they didn't play together the regular season.
Whose fault is that?
Listen, LJ, it's not a fault. I'm just telling you why there's no numbers. It's nobody's fault. This is why I can't say, oh, the Nets were ranked this offensively because the big 3 didn't play together. So even me giving you their offensive rank bears nothing. No matter how good or bad it is, because the 3 didn't play together.
Right.
So
that's not going to hurt them, though. Y'all think that's not going to hurt them.
I never said that. It may hurt them. It may hurt. They may lose tonight. But at the end of the day, they'll make, like I said, at the end of the day, the number 1 priority for them is health. They're healthy right now. That's what matters. Milwaukee has yet to play them with them being healthy, as outside of Jeff Green, because he's going to be critical to this series. But they'll give him that.
Critical.
They're healthy right now. That's all they've ever asked, bro, going into these playoffs, and for them, all 3 of those guys to be healthy, because that's their firepower. And I believe if Giannis is not going to be that guy, if he doesn't take the next step, bro, they're going to be in for a long season, because he's not going to be able to run everybody over. Okay, let me ask you a question. Is Brooklyn going to have 3 of the 4 best players on the court? They are, right?
Yes.
Okay, then. So those 3 guys.
So best, what do you mean best? Offensively? Because overall, I can counter that. Overall. No, they're not. I can counter that.
Who would you take ahead of James, Kyrie, and KD?
Listen, Brooklyn is more offensively.
That's not
More
the question.
players.
But
I gotta factor in offense.
No,
and defense.
no.
You have to
The
play
question
both
was
sides of the ball.
that's not the question to. That's not the answer to
You
the
have
question.
to play both sides of the ball.
So LJ,
That's fine. That's fine.
Who has the top 4 players on the court?
That's not the question. The question is, does Brooklyn have 3 of the 4 best players on the court? You said
No.
Okay, so who else? Wait, hold on, Mark, hold on, Mark. Who would you take outside of Giannis? Who would you take on Milwaukee over those other 3?
Jrue Holiday.
So you would take him over who?
Whoever he match up against, Harden.
No, that's not what I asked you, LJ. I asked you a direct question.
So, okay, you said if I pick the team, right?
I didn't ask you that. No, I didn't ask you that, bro. I'm talking about right now. You said Brooklyn does not have the best 3. So you say you take Jrue. I'm asking, who would you take off?
I would do KD, Giannis, Kyrie, Jrue.
Okay, so
Harden, Chris Middleton.
So that's all I asked you. So you'll take Jrue over James, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, then. Is that personal because he left?
No, it's not personal. It's because Jrue can play both sides of the court.
It's just a question. It's just a question.
And it's going to come down to making stops, and I think Milwaukee can make more stops than Brooklyn.
I mean, look, man, I'm not trying to be biased, but I think that shit is ridiculous. If you ask 32 GMs, would you rather have James Harden or Jrue Holiday?
That's his opinion.
They're going to take James Harden 32.
But that's his opinion. That's okay. But but to be honest, Jrue fits better in Milwaukee than James would, because James won't do. But doesn't mean Drew's a better player. He's talking about critical to the season. I hear what he's saying.
I agree with that statement. I agree with the statement you just made.
Yeah, so I hear what he's saying. Jrue fits better with Milwaukee. James wouldn't fit that well with Milwaukee.
But that wasn't the question. The question was who was the better player, not who was the better fit for Milwaukee. Those are 2 different questions.
Exactly. So I understand. I get the gist of what he's saying, but that's not what I asked him. I was asking him for who would he take over those 3, and he said James. But that's
GM.
Yeah, that's your opinion, though, Marley, because you're looking at offense. You're looking at Harden.
No, I'm not just looking at offense. I'm looking at if any of the owners in the league, if you ask them privately, in any of the owners in the league, I guarantee you 30 of them would say, if we can have them both coming into the league, knowing what you know now, in the same time, who would you rather have, James Harden or Jrue Holiday? All those owners would say James Harden. Now, I agree with Chris. Is Jrue Holiday a better fit for Milwaukee than Harden? And if I'm Milwaukee with this team, do I want Jrue Holiday over James? Yes, I agree with that. But to say, I mean, he averages more points. He averages more assists. You can build around James. You can't build no team around Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday needs Giannis. James Harden doesn't need Giannis.
You build a team around James? What team?
We did. We got to the conference finals. Now maybe you can't build a championship team around James Harden.
But that's what I'm talking about, though.
Who has Jrue? What team has Jrue Holiday led anywhere?
Jrue Holiday is the reason why they traded to get him with Giannis.
No, to get with Giannis. But you take Giannis off that team, where does that team finish?
Really?
You take Giannis off that team and just have Jrue Holiday. Does that team make the playoffs?
Yes, they do.
Does that team?
Yes, they do.
Jrue couldn't barely make the playoffs with Anthony Davis. So you gonna tell me he can make it without him? Stop it, man.
He was in the West.
Stop it, man. Let's be real. I'm not knocking Jrue Holiday. Great addition. I like him. But comparing to James Harden, bro.
I didn't compare him. He asked
me
who's the better player.
Compared him. We was asking you who's a better player.
In this series.
That wasn't the question.
Chris, ain't that what you just said?
No, Chris said who is a better player, period. He said who's a better player.
I asked, does Brooklyn have 3 of the top 4 players?
In this series, right? In this series.
In this series. Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I asked.
They don't have 2 of the 3 best players overall, not for each team, ranked overall.
Yeah. He didn't say the NBA. He didn't say the NBA. He said this series.
No, I know. In this series, you're only looking at Milwaukee and the Nets, and you rank the top 5 players in talent. That's what Chris is asking. Yeah. Who is the top 5 players in talent based on only using the Bucks and the Nets? Jrue is not above Harden. No way. But the only thing he does better than Harden is play defense.
Why not? Why isn't he better? Give me your reason.
I just told you. The only thing he does better individually than James Harden is play defense.
Okay. So
he doesn't shoot better. He doesn't pass better. He doesn't rebound better. What does he do better?
I do.
Rebound, he's averaging 7 rebounds a game.
James Harden averages more rebounds over his career than Drew Holiday.
No. Hold on.
What I will say is I like Drew.
James Harden's averaging 6 rebounds. Drew Holiday's
for their career. 7. His numbers are down because of where he's at. Look up their career stats. I bet he doesn't average more.
So you're talking about career. We're
talking about who is a better overall player out of these teams, the Bucks and the Nets. Who is better? Period. Who's overall better? What am I supposed to look
Harden
at?
Has not proven anything that Drew Holiday ain't proved.
Drew Holiday has never led a team to the conference finals by himself.
Harden didn't either. He had Chris Paul.
Before that, he did.
No, where did he go? We only went to 1, Marley.
Where did Drew Holiday go?
What?
Where did Drew Holiday go? Has he ever been past the first round? Has Drew Holiday ever been past the first round? No.
Yes, they went to the second round and lost.
Without
Anthony
Davis. Before that, when he was in Indiana, where did they go? When he was with Philly, where did they go?
But see, I like Drew. I think
like Drew, but we're not going to act like he's on the same level as James Harden.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I think you can win it. I think you can win a championship with Drew being your starting point.
I think you can too. But we're not going to act like he's a fucking perennial all-star. And James Harden is a Hall of Fame player. Yeah. Are we going to say Drew Holiday is?
No.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
That's his
James
opinion.
Harden is a Hall of Fame.
That's your opinion.
Yeah.
This is
okay. Is Drew Holiday a Hall of Fame? I didn't say what he proved. Is Drew? No. I didn't say what he can be.
His career's not over yet.
If their career ended today, is Drew Holiday in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, he left.
I don't know. I'm asking. Look, it's a simple question.
Why we have to answer that question?
It's a simple question. We're asking who's a better player overall. We're asking who's a better player overall.
I don't like the question.
Chris, if their careers ended today, if their careers ended right now today, would you put a gold jacket on Drew Holiday?
Not today, no.
I don't.
Will you put a gold jacket on James Harden?
You do. Yeah.
Come on, man.
But what does that prove, though? What does that prove to me?
I'm not a Hall of Famer. It doesn't matter whether I prove it to you or not. You're one out of If we poll 100 people, nobody is going to say that Drew. Overall, I'm not saying for the Bucks. For the Bucks,
I'm saying for the Bucks.
But that wasn't the question that Chris asked. That's all I'm saying. Chris didn't ask you that question.
Well, I'm clarifying the question.
Okay, I agree with you. If you're going to say for the Bucks, I completely agree with you. No argument.
Well, that's about fit, though. That's like I said, that's about fit.
If you're going to tell me Drew Holiday's a better fit for the Bucks than James Harden, 1,000% agree. No arguments there.
I think this Milwaukee team has more chemistry and they fit better than what Brooklyn has right now.
Right. I agree with you with that.
And that's why they're going to win the series.
I agree. And that's where we disagree. Right. We agree with your first 2 points. I agree with your first 2 points. I agree with you that Drew Holiday is a better fit and probably even a perfect fit for the Bucks.
Right.
I agree with you that they have more chemistry and probably are a better overall team. I disagree that the Nets are going to lose the series, though, solely based off that big three and what they are capable of offensively. And the pieces around them are good enough for them to beat the Bucks. That's how I feel.
I disagree with you on that.
That's cool. I can deal with that.
Okay,
but you're not going to argue me that James Harden is better than Drew. Better than Drew Holiday overall.
Real quick question for y'all, because I got to get ready. I'm trying to watch these clothes, y'all. I got to go downstairs, man. Help the lady. But quick question, man. Do y'all both believe? Because I do. Do y'all believe this? The winner out of this series is a champion?
Okay, so look.
No.
Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
Because Utah and Phoenix ain't no joke, man. You can't just dismiss them.
No, it's just a question.
The question is no. The question is no.
Mar?
All right, so I don't know if you remember, I already have the Nets winning the championship. But I do believe the only team that can beat them in a 7-game series is Philly with a healthy Embiid. Just because defensively, they got 3 guys that can match up on the perimeter, and you got a big guy in the paint. So, because Thibault ain't no joke defensively.
But he don't start, though.
No, he doesn't. But they'll put him in when James Harden or somebody's in. He'll hold them. You're right, he doesn't start. But I still think you got Ben Simmons. Because I think Ben Simmons on James Harden is such a key matchup. Whoever wins.
He's savvy on D. He has good size too.
He got enough size where he can't bump him, and he can move his feet fast enough where Harden can't blow by him. So that's to me, that's gonna be a crucial matchup.
Yeah, and I agree. I like Philly, bro. I'm not a big fan of Ben. That's why they can't win the championship.
Right, I know you're not a big fan. That's why I say it's based off Embiid though. Embiid has to be healthy, and he probably got to average 30 in that series. Yeah. Other than that, though, yes, I think the winner of this is the championship. But I agree with LJ. Don't sleep on Utah. And
I like Utah.
I like Phoenix. I like Utah too. That's gonna be a nice series. I think it's not gonna have the big name recognition and big hype to it. But honestly, as a basketball fan, I think that's gonna be a good goddamn series.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I
think, a lot of people picking Denver though. I saw some analysts today picking Denver to beat Phoenix because of Jokic.
I told you I picked Denver to beat Portland. I was right about that.
I was wrong. I took Portland.
I picked Denver, bro.
Oh, before you go, let me ask you this. I put this question. Let me ask both of y'all this. I posed this question on my Facebook earlier this week because I saw Dame's message on his Instagram. How long can I be loyal?
He out of there, bro.
So my question to y'all guys is this: I got 3 teams, and I want to know what do you guys think, or if you got a different team, let me know that too. I got 3 teams that I think would be best for Dame. Okay. LJ, you know 2 of them. I don't think you know the third one. I think Chris, you're gonna like one of them for sure, or 2 of them. 1, Miami. I think they need a point guard that can score. 2, New York, but I don't like them there, but I know they need a point guard there. And I think he'll be big time, but I don't think they win a championship.
They need a star in New York, not just a point guard. They need a star.
They need a star. I think he'll be a star, and I think he'll carry them past the first round, maybe to the second round, but I don't think they win a championship. I think Miami, he has a legit chance. I don't think they win it, but he has a legit chance. 2, stay in the West. Philly. I love him in Philly.
I said that.
I love him in Philly.
I'll trade him straight for Ben Simmons.
I love him in LA with Bron.
Nah.
I also love him in hold on, Papa. My last team was it was Philly, Miami, New York, LA. I heard rumors of Oakland, but I don't like Oakland.
Well, because he's from there, so
right.
Yeah.
I don't like Oakland. I don't like him, Steph, and Clay. I don't like that.
No. I don't know. Well, me personally, I think Philly, bro. I think if Ben really does not come through for them, I think they'll beat Atlanta with or without Embiid. I don't think
they beat them without.
But if they do, and Ben they get to the conference finals, and Ben brings nothing to the table, and his defense is not as good as everybody thinks it is, I think they got to try to swap a Dame out because Embiid's going to win out.
If you're Portland, do you take that straight up? Do you think that's as good as you can get?
I do, only because I think Dame is going to walk. I think that you don't want Dame.
You don't want him to walk. What you think, LJ?
He got 3 years left, so if they're gonna get rid of him, they're gonna have to trade him.
They're gonna have to trade him.
Yeah, but
right. He has 3 years left.
He has 3 years left on his deal.
Oh, so they don't have to do shit essentially though.
Yeah, but you don't want him to be.
You don't want to disgruntled star.
You're gonna have to do it again and build around him.
Okay. But at the end of the day, he's giving them what, 8 years, 9 years solid.
Hey, but listen, they let the coach go. I don't think they're gonna let the coach and the player go.
No.
They're gonna give him another coach.
Okay, so
build around him for the
next.
So
who do you? Okay, LJ. All right, first, LJ, give me your team out of those teams or a team you would like. If not, then who do they go get? Or who can they go get?
They gotta get rid of CJ McCollum, bro, because he's not that guy.
I would trade him. I would trade him for somebody.
Who do you pair him with?
Because his value is not as high as people think, bro. People look at the numbers, 19, 20 a game.
What about going to get Karl Anthony Towns from Minnesota?
They need another guy on the perimeter, though.
See, my thing with Karl Anthony Towns,
they need another guy.
I like Karl Anthony Towns, but yeah, I agree with. They need I think they need a wing that can defend.
That ain't got to be an All NBA player, though. I think they should start.
What about a Paul George?
They don't even like each other.
They don't. You're right.
Come on.
What do you think about the fit, though?
No.
Paul George for CJ? No.
They don't like that. No, that won't work.
Yeah, no. I forgot they hate each other. I forgot
wait, who'd you say?
I for Paul George.
Man, come on, man. Why would I do that? Why would I do that to him? He wants somebody to come through for him. He might as well keep CJ. You gonna go there?
I don't know. Who do you get? That's what I say.
What about Kawhi?
Kawhi not going. He not leaving LA to go to Portland, bro.
Okay, let Dame go to the Clippers.
Hey, I kind of like that though, LJ.
Let Dame go to the Clippers.
But Dame's
not going to the Clippers.
Why not?
No, but but Kawhi can walk because he's
he'll be
Kawhi can walk.
Yeah,
if I can see that, but because look, the thing with Kawhi is I actually like Kawhi to Miami, but the thing about Kawhi has to go somewhere where there's already a leader vocally.
Right.
Like Kawhi can fit in Portland because he just wants to play basketball. He doesn't want to rah-rah the guys. He doesn't want to galvanize the guys. He doesn't want to do the press conferences. He doesn't want to do all the shit that comes with being the star. He just wants to play ball.
And he's the West Coast guy.
So I can see him in Portland. That's why I can also see him in Miami because Jimmy Butler is going to be the one that's going to say, get your ass in line. And Dame will be the people that'll say, we got to do this shit, get your ass in line. And Kawhi can just go average 30 and play basketball. But I don't know, man. It's tough to match with Portland. I agree. CJ's the only person you're going to get anything for, so you have to trade CJ. But the thing is Dame going to want you to – that's his boy.
He don't give a damn about that. No, he's trying to win. He's trying to win, bro.
Okay, so I posed the same question to you, Chris. I posed to LJ when you got up. Who do you go get? CJ for who?
No,
who can you get? Randall?
Well, I have to. No, I would have to go through the players and who's.
What about Randall? Julius Randle?
Nah, bro. Not after.
I don't even know. Like, do you get a big man or do you get a wing?
Okay, I got one.
I like Nurkic there. Remember, he missed half the season. Nurkic is effective.
Go ahead, LJ.
I got one. Pair him up with Zion.
But they're not trading Zion.
Nah, Zion's not going nowhere.
Why not?
You think New Orleans is going to trade Zion?
Yes, because Zion is too big for that market.
But they're not going to trade him, bro.
They traded AD.
But that was after like 7 years.
80, okay, but 80.
Well, I'm
80
saying when Giannis.
Yeah, and AD had a chance to opt out. They had to trade him.
Okay. How we know the same situation not going to happen with Zion?
Well, I mean, it can't happen this year. He's still under contract.
Like I said, Dame still has 3 years too.
Yeah, but the difference is I think Dame's already earned the. He's already earned.
Dame's a bet. He's
earned his stripes. Right. He's giving them everything that he has. He just wants to win, bro. So if he goes up to the management, man, I'm just trying to win. If you can't get nobody here, can you please give me somewhere where I have a chance to win? He'll do it. Zion
can't go say that shit.
Zion's like he has no leg to stand on when it comes. Bro, you just got here, and on top of that, you didn't play all last year when you was hurt.
Right?
So
yeah, Zion. I agree with you. I like them paired together, but that just can't happen realistically.
I'm just thinking of a young guy because a lot of the old vets. I
like Karl Anthony Towns, but to me, they need somebody tough.
Best, yeah, I say send him to Philly, bro. Get rid of Ben. That's my opinion.
Okay, so that's the best thing I heard. But if you're Portland, because if you're Philly, you do it. But if you're Portland, do you do it?
Like I told y'all in the text message, they gonna want Ben and they probably gonna want Thibault.
If I'm Philly, I do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and
if I'm Portland,
they gotta
get Portland. Do I take? Because you gotta look at it like this: it's Portland.
I'm sorry.
He can leave and we get nothing.
And they're not gonna do that because big. Ain't nobody
don't do that. You can get Ben, he's no Dame, but he is a young superstar that
he's been an all-star
trying to build around. Right. You still have CJ and Nurkic.
Nah, you gotta let him go, bro. You can't trade Dame and keep CJ. CJ's not there because that's hell no.
So you blow everything up.
If I'm a Portland fan, I don't want CJ and we lost Dame. Let's send CJ's ass out too. But I gotta.
So do you send? Hey, so look, do you send CJ and Dame to Philly?
Hey, y'all! I gotta get going, man. I gotta go help the lady, man.
All right, man. Good talking to you, bro.
Yeah, you too, y'all. LJ, get up with me, man. We'll try to do another show maybe tomorrow, man. I don't really have much going. I'm dropping my daughter off like around noon, so.
I'm free. We'll do my show early, so I'm free after that too, LJ. I don't got nothing planned. I don't think.
Okay. All right, just put me on the thread, man. Good talking with y'all, man. We've spent some time in the Brooklyn series, but we'll get it up. LJ, good talking with y'all, Mar. Y'all stay up.
Good conversation today, fellas.
Yep. All right. Yep, no doubt. All right.
I like. Are you about to end it, or you want to keep going?
No, we keep going. I ain't doing that.
Damn. What was we talking about?
We was talking about.
Yeah. So, Chris was saying, if you trade Dame, you trade CJ too. Do you agree with that? Or do you keep CJ?
I mean,
if you trade Dame, so my question is this: if you trade Dame to Philly for Ben, do you keep Ben, CJ, and Nurkic, or do you trade CJ? Because I thought you'd keep CJ.
Yeah, unless you can find somebody better. I don't see where you're gonna go.
But Chris was saying you can't keep CJ and trade Dame. I don't know why you can't, but
yeah, you can.
Yeah, I feel like because I feel like I feel like at least with those three, you still got a squad that's good enough to keep the fans happy, that can win. Probably can't win a championship, but probably should still compete for the playoffs, maybe 6 through 8.
The thing about Portland is, man, they have to buy in to play a defense. They have to have the mentality of a deep.
But see, that's why you get Ben, and you get. So for Dame, it has to be. It can't be just Ben. Maybe Ben and like Thibault, because you got to get some toughness. So you get Ben and you get Thibault, and you still got your offense with CJ and Nurkic, and then you got Powell, but now you're tougher with Ben, because you need in the West. All the point guards are fucking amazing, bro. You need somebody at the point that can play defense. Night in and night out, you got Booker, you got Steph, you got Ja, you got Mitchell, you got Murray when he comes back. I mean, like the point guards you got Luka. Yeah. You got. I mean, I know I'm missing some. That's just off the top of my head.
You summed him up.
So I mean, you need a Ben Simmons and a Thibault. So I think that's a good move for Portland if you're forced to trade Dame. If I'm Philly, you can have Ben and Thibault. And but if you're Portland, is that enough? I think it's a good trade.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to get even compensation for a Dame. But I think if you can get a Ben Simmons and a Thibault, or a Ben Simmons and I don't think they'll give you a Tobias Harris, but you can shoot for it. I say shoot for Tobias and then accept Thibault, like as a, you know what I'm saying? Shoot for Tobias. I always got to aim high.
Yeah.
And then, okay, well, we'll take Thibault, you know what I'm saying? When you really wanted Thibault anyway, because I would take Thibault over Tobias Harris for that Portland team.
I agree.
And if I'm Philly, I take Dame. I like Dame. We go get a defender on the wing to replace Ben and Thibault. Maybe you get them to throw in Norman Powell, or you go get you a wing defender. It shouldn't be that hard to find a 3-and-D guy, a Covington or somebody like that. Play defense and shoot hit threes. Then I like that. You got Doc Rivers, Dame, Ben Simmons, Steph Curry, another shooter, Seth Curry. I mean, Danny Green. Oh, but he might can give you another year. That's not that bad. I kind of like that trade. If you got to get rid of Dame, or do you think they go after Kawhi and try to run it back and add Kawhi? Because Kawhi can walk if you can get him. You don't have to give up anybody.
It just depends on how Clippers in their season.
And that's going to depend on how the Clippers finish this season, though.
If they lose to
look, if the Clippers lose this round, does Kawhi go? How far do they got to get for Kawhi to be like, okay, I can make it work here?
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I would, because
you would stay? If you're Kawhi, do you stay in LA?
Not if Dallas beats me. If Dallas beat them tomorrow.
If Dallas beat you, you go. Because look like this though. I was thinking the same. Look, I was thinking the exact same thing. If Dallas beat me, I'm going to Miami. I didn't think about Portland, but hey, I wouldn't mind going to Portland either. Portland's not bad because he's still close to LA, where he wants to be in LA. Is where he's from.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, you know what? The Clippers, I might stay. You're gonna get a new stadium, right? Because they building a new stadium.
Mm-hmm.
The owner gave you everything you want, and he's super rich. If you say get rid of Paul George and build a new team, they'll do it. Now the thing is, how bad do you want another ring? Because you're good. I think Kawhi's a made guy, right? Can we agree that he's a made guy? He's good. He doesn't need to win another championship to solidify his legacy.
Yeah, he good.
Right. So right now, let's say it's about obviously yes winning, but more about I want to be home. I want to be in LA. I want to be with my family in comfort. Yeah. I can wait a year or two because they can trade Paul George. I think he's still worth some good pieces and not necessarily be out of the champion. If you got Kawhi and another guy, I think you're always in a hunt, right?
Yeah, but
so
somebody else has to be the vocal leader on a Kawhi team.
Now, that's what I was going to say. So if you trade Paul George, because that's good bait, I don't know. Do you trade Kawhi? Do you trade PG for Dame?
If I was Portland, I wouldn't even do that. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but you got to keep in mind Dame wants to go. So what if LA's like they don't have any more draft picks?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So what if they say, okay, we give you Paul George and
nobody's good enough. They struggling against Dallas, dog. Come on, what else do they have?
But honestly, Paul George is fucking balling though.
Yeah, but yeah.
Because keep in mind though, it's the same situation that Harden was in. Like they're going to be forced to make the trade, right?
For Kawhi or Lillard?
No, I'm saying for Portland.
If Dame Lillard goes there and say, yes, I want you to trade
right.
me.
So I'm saying if Dame
he's
says
gonna pick the team though, just like Harden picked his
right.
team.
So I'm saying if he says, if the Clippers say we give you Paul George and Pat Beverly.
No,
I don't know who to pair with them.
It's gonna have to be Reggie.
Because they gotta keep. Because I think they gotta keep Morris, so I can't give you Morris.
Zubac.
If I'm Portland, I am not accepting Paul
Leonard.
Zubac.
Leonard Kennard.
I might take Luke Kennard. You got to give me somebody else though. It has to be a third guy.
Who's the other starter? Who's there? Oh, Batum. There you go.
If I'm Portland, I'm not taking that shit. If you say Paul George and Morris, we make it talk. But if I'm the Clippers, I gotta keep Morris.
You know what's gonna have to happen?
What about Ibaka? You want Ibaka?
Hey, Steve Ballmer gonna have to come out some of that cash. You go, hey man.
Steve Ballmer got it. That's why I'm thinking as Kawhi. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you're Kawhi, do you stay? You got an owner that's gonna do whatever you want.
Yeah.
He'll trade Paul George if you want him to.
Yeah, but that other team is gonna have to be willing to get Paul George.
The thing is, though, I don't know how you build because they traded everything to get Paul George.
CJ and Paul George will be on the wing. Who's gonna be the point?
For who? Portland? If they trade Dame?
Yeah, if they do that, who's gonna run point?
Pat Beverly.
Oh. No, he's not. I need another option, bro.
CJ got to run the point, man.
No, he's not a point guard.
But he gonna have to be one.
No, they're gonna have to find somebody though.
Who's the backup point guard in Portland?
I think it's that light-skinned dude that come in and shoot three, Simmons. No, he's a backup for a reason, dog. He's a backup.
Pat Beverly.
No. Look, let me tell you what's gonna have to happen. It's gonna have to be a 3-team trade with somebody. Portland's gonna have to get 2 players that they can start. Dame's gonna go to one team, and Philly's gonna have to get another. Because you're saying Ben Simmons. Let's just say.
Oh no! I think they can trade straight up with Philly. Because I think you take Ben Simmons and Thibault. If I'm Portland, I take that. Because look how hard it is with anybody else. Because you gotta remember, Dame has to be willing to go. I think he'll be willing to go to Portland.
Dame is in Portland.
Huh? I mean, Philly. Sorry. Okay. I think he'll be willing to go to Philly. So I think you take Ben Simmons is comparable. He's not Dame, but if you put a Thibault with him, I think you take that.
But also, don't you have to depend on Joel Embiid's health, though?
Yeah.
Don't you take that into consideration, too?
You do. Dame does.
That's what I'm saying. So if I go there, am I going to be able to depend on him? Because I'll be in the same situation I was in Portland.
So you know where I go if I'm Dame? South Beach.
Miami, huh?
And Portland, they got the pieces. Because I can say, hey, I'll give you Tyler Hero. I'll give you Duncan Robinson. And
Kendrick Nunn.
I'll give you Kendrick Nunn if you want him too.
Yeah, Kendrick Nunn.
Only people you can't take. Look, I'm not giving up Butler. I'm not giving up Bam. That might be it.
Everybody else,
everybody else we can work with.
Yeah, because they're gonna revamp that roster anyway.
You're gonna have to give up Tyler and Duncan. I know you want to keep one of them.
Are you gonna keep Dragic?
No.
So you'll give up Dragic too?
Yeah, because he's old.
So
I'd rather give up Dragic and keep none if I can.
Okay, let's do that. Dragic, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero,
and a first-round draft pick.
And a first-round draft pick for Dame Lillard.
I'll take it. If I'm Miami, I'll take it.
That's a deal.
Because now we got Dame, Jimmy, and Bam. I can go get me a 3-and-D. I can go get me a shooter.
Yeah, somebody will come.
I can go get that. We in South Beach. Somebody go come. It's South Beach.
I like that because that gets Dame out of the West to the East because he's automatically going to be an all-star in the East, number one. You see what I'm saying? So that gets him out of the West, and I like that.
Okay, does that Miami team beat Milwaukee?
As if they were there today?
That Miami team we just constructed.
Yeah,
do they beat today's Bucks team? Or
I have to look at the other team. I have to see what they have.
Do they beat Philly?
Ooh. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it be healthy? Like, it's a lot of factors I have to consider.
Okay. All right. Do you put them in a running?
Miami?
Yeah. With
Dame goes over there? Yes.
Yes. Do you put them up there with those three teams?
Yes. Philly, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Miami. Top four, right?
I like that. I like Dame too.
Yeah, Dame.
I like that. What about Kawhi to Miami?
I don't know. I don't think so, though.
Because look, I say this because you don't have to trade. So you still keep Duncan, Tyler, Dragic. You keep them because Kawhi can walk.
Yeah, but Kawhi act like he just used as a mercenary. Like, is he just gonna keep bouncing? Yeah. I thought he was a better player. Like, if you're a superstar, I don't see you bouncing like that. Like, you just said if he lose in the first round, you would bounce. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It just depends on what Ballmer offering me. It just depends on what my owner gonna come at me.
What the fuck more could he offer? He got that nigga everything already.
We're gonna blow it up again.
But they can't. See, that's the thing about blowing it up again because they traded everything for Paul George. They don't got no picks. So what can they do? They can pay, but who's coming? I don't know who's available. Do you go? See, you know what? You know who I go get? Your boy that you always bring up. If I'm the Clippers, I go get Karl Anthony Towns.
And pair him up with Kawhi?
Yep. PG can stay. They need a inside presence, even if it's just they really need a defensive inside presence, but they need just an inside presence.
You just said Karl Anthony soft though.
He is. I agree. But his 15 to 20 will pick up the extra 10 that you need Paul George to get you that he never gets you. And he'll spread the floor a little bit more. He doesn't do anything for you defensively, which is more what they do need. But I think his scoring is enough to make up for Paul George's lack of scoring because they need a third guy.
Yeah, you're right.
You would like them to get a defensive big man that can score like a Rudy Gobert or somebody would be perfect for them. But I need to see who's the free agents too that's coming up. That would help.
Yeah.
This year.
We'll just have to see, man. I just want to see how Game 7 gonna be tomorrow, and I think we have a better inclination of what possibly could happen after we see tomorrow.
Early lean before the show. Who you got tomorrow? You got to play already? You got to lean.
Points. Dallas plus the points.
I'm not. Whatever I do, I haven't decided yet. I'm doing the money line.
Well, Dallas, I'm taking money line too. I'm gonna sprinkle, but I'm gonna take the points for
sure. Do you know the line already?
I can look it up right quick.
Probably gonna be about. I wonder how they gonna do it because I don't know. I want to say like 4, but since it's Game 7, I want to say they might do like some pick'em shit. I might take it if it's more than 2 possessions. I might take the points. If it's 5, 4.5, 5, I might take it. I think Dallas might win. No team has won at home yet,
and that's why I'm taking Dallas. I'm gonna follow the trend.
I just Game 7s, man, comes down to the superstar and like the way Kawhi played in Game 6, fucking down the stretch.
They favor by 6. Dallas plus 6.
Oh, that's a lot of points. I might have to take that 6.
Yeah, I'm taking that 6.
That's too many points. This game will be close.
Bro, this is crazy. And if they do beat the Clippers, yeah, we can talk about this further of what they need to do. Now, let me ask you this question before we get out of here. Did you see that Chris Paul is going to opt out $44 million and try to get a new contract somewhere?
Who's going to give him a new big contract?
Bro, I'm just trying to understand, why would you announce this during a playoff run? You're already saying, like, are you trying to put pressure on Phoenix to give you a new deal? Like, I'm trying to understand, what was the point of bringing that out now? And you just got hurt. Like,
yeah, I don't
injury right now.
Did he do that, or his agent, or like his people, or is something he said?
I guess he said his agent's like, I guess he has to agree to that, right? Like, he has to know that that's going to come out.
I don't know what that is. Some like loud booms over here in my neighborhood. Yeah, that's weird to do that in the middle of the playoffs.
Yeah. And you're passing up $44 million.
Yeah, like, that's crazy. Like,
you that if you
do you think he did that because now people are giving him his roses? Like, because before the OKC, everybody knew Chris Paul was good, but nobody was saying, like, I don't remember people saying, look at everywhere he goes, the team dramatically improves, blah, 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 until after the OKC deal. And then Phoenix just came and verified it. So do you think he's doing that because now like somebody like New York may pay him that money? Maybe even a LA.
I mean, hey, he don't have to get a lot of money. He's just looking for a new deal. It could be $1 million, $2 million.
If you're, or maybe a Philly, because I look at it like this: if I'm one of the teams, like a Philly, LA, Clippers,
he ain't going back to this.
I know, but that was before new management.
You're right, but I don't.
So
I think it's too much
if Ballmer says, "Hey, I'll give you 50 mil, 60 mil,
Woo.
2 years,"
and you put him with Kawhi? Do you put him with Kawhi and Paul George?
Hell yeah, I would. I think that's better than Rondo. So
Chris Paul, Kawhi, Paul George on the Clippers.
That's championship.
No, I don't know about that.
I don't know if they win. I'm saying they get there.
I don't know about that.
Man, what? That's deadly.
No. Who else is
That's
around?
deadly.
Yeah, you got to see.
It's just because I know what Chris Paul does to the team.
But
he's going to elevate them.
But he gets hurt.
Huh?
He has an injury of history.
He does. If I get him, his minutes are restricted.
Yeah, and he can't be the best player on that team.
He's not right. He won't be the best player on the Clippers.
Yeah,
he won't be the best player on the Clippers.
He's the most important player right now for Phoenix.
It'll be the same way with the Clippers. It'll be the same way with the Clippers.
I think it'll be less pressure, though. I think it'll be less pressure for him to try to initiate because you have another mercenary that could go get you.
Or if I'm Miami, I might. Well, see, Pat Riley's not going to pay him that money.
No.
But New York, hey, if I'm New York, I pay him. He's not going to get us to the championship, but he's going to get us past the first round, and he's going to be a star.
Yeah, he'll be a star in New York.
He's going to make the Knicks more relevant, which is going to make up for the money if I'm the owner that's paying him. If I'm the Knicks, I'll pay him.
I agree, but
if I'm Phoenix, I pay him.
I'd rather you would pay if you was Phoenix, you would keep him.
Yes, one more year. I need one more year.
One more year.
One more year. I need your mark for one more year to get Payne or for us to get another point guard ready to take over. 1 year is not enough. You see what happened to OKC after he left. 1 year is not enough to leave that imprint. I need one more year. So if I can get you on like a 2 year with a 1 year option, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know Phoenix's owners' pockets, but I mean, look what he did for y'all, bro. Y'all went from missing the playoffs to possibly, if they get to the conference, if they get past Denver, I might pay them. If they lose, well, see, the thing is, if they lose, it's probably because he got hurt.
Yep.
But
I wouldn't pay him for that reason. Because
if Murray is on that team, do they beat Denver?
No.
So is he worth that? Because next year Murray will be on that team.
But I am banking on Murray being more healthier than Chris Paul because he's younger.
For sure.
So,
but see, you got to factor in what you got to factor in as the owner. One, how bad do you want to win? Two, how much money did Chris Paul make you this year by you selling out that arena?
If I was the Suns, I would give him a deal and try
to get
one more piece.
I'll pay him.
One more piece.
If I'm Phoenix, I'll pay him.
Somebody that can bang with Aiden in the paint. They need more paint presence. If they can have another person that can bang like a Enes Kanter or a Larry Nance Jr. from Cleveland, somebody that's just a role player that can get you boards and bang in the paint to protect the rim, things like that. If they get somebody like that, they'll be in business, bro.
Yeah, but if I'm Phoenix, New York, maybe even LA, if they come asking, I pay.
Yeah.
Maybe Philly. Maybe Philly, I might pay him too.
Yeah. But like I said, he's just
Hey, if the Bucks don't win, do you go get him?
No, they don't need him.
I like him, but I love him more than Drew there.
No, stop it.
I like Drew, but Chris Paul is the point god, bro.
Drew's younger.
I have to give it to him, bro.
Chris just text. I love the passion, y'all.
Yeah, I seen it pop up. It was a good day.
Dude, that's why I be telling my wife. We don't be arguing, babe. We just debating. That's all. We just ain't no different than what Stephen A. be doing on ESPN.
I don't even think my wife can hear me. I'm outside, so
it's no difference. We just
our room is way in the back. So,
all right, well, man, we can go and get out here. We did an hour and 37 minutes on the show. So hopefully we got out what we need to get out. And like I said, I'm not predicting, anything spectacular is going to happen in the series. I
think it goes 6 or 7. I think it goes 6 or 7 either way. I just like the Knicks.
So let me ask you this question.
If the Bucks win, would I be surprised? Because I think they're definitely capable of winning this series.
Let me ask you this. Do you think anybody will go up 3-1?
Do I think anybody what?
Will go up 3-1 in the series?
No.
So it's going to be 1-1, 2-1, 2-2.
I mean, I can see a 2-1. I can see can I see a 2-0? I can see a 2-0. I can see a 2-0, and then I can see each team defending their home floor. So I can see a 2-0, and then Milwaukee come back and get 2 at home.
It'll be a best
I don't think it goes 3-1 because if it gets up 3-1, the other team is capable of coming back. I think either one, but I think it's highly unlikely.
Yeah.
So I expect to see at best the biggest lead I expect to see is 2. But I really don't expect that. I really expect maybe 2-0 and then 2-2, and then Nets win 2, or maybe 2-1, and then Brooklyn goes back and steals 2, or no, they go there and split 2 again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think nobody goes 3-1 though. I think they're both too talented and too. I don't think if either one of them gets up like that pivotal game 4 to be 3-1, I think that team that's down 2-1 is gonna be so locked in, and I think they're too close to each other for them to be separated by 3-1. I personally expect a tight, close series. Game 1, I give the Nets because Brooklyn's Bucks have been off for a while, man. You got rust. And you got revenge factor, and you got home crowd. First game's gonna be a lot of energy. Might take the Bucks a while to settle down before they settle down, and then game 2. That's why I say I think it go 1-1 because I think game 2 the Bucks might get game 2. I might settle down, and then they might get game 3, and then I see the Nets maybe getting game 4.
Okay,
that's kind of how I think the first games may go. Split 1-1 and split 1-1. In Milwaukee.
All right. I agree. Pretty much what you say. And I think I'm gonna take the points tonight with the Bucks because
I would take the points. That's a good value. +4 is good value.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come down to the last possession.
Because I'm a money line. I'm gonna take the points in the first half just because I think the Bucks might come out a little rusty.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if they're not rusty, they might come out overhyped. And rusty. So the Nets have been playing. So I don't think they're going to come out as rusty. So I like the first half Bucks. I don't like -4. I'm not taking -4. So
okay.
Yeah, I'll take the minus probably 2.5 first half. Like I said, I think I might take the first quarter. I think the Nets will come out hot just because of the energy in the crowd, and the Bucks might be rusty. And it might take them a quarter or a half to get back in rhythm. And then we don't know what they're gonna look like with the
DiVincenzo.
Whatever.
Yeah.
DiVincenzo. Right, him. It may take time to adjust. It might take the other players time to adjust to whoever's in that starting lineup. So first quarter, first half actually might be really good bets, even if you do like the Bucks to win the game ultimately. Just spot plays. So I'll probably take that first quarter and first half for sure. On the spread.
Something to pay attention to. Pay attention to the big three. I'm gonna give you something to pay attention to for this game tonight. Pay attention to the minutes the big three plays. If they play over 35, close to 40 minutes, I think they're gonna tire themselves out. And that's just me. Because like I said, Milwaukee's deeper. They can give Giannis rest. They can give Middleton a little bit of rest, in certain spurts. I don't think Brooklyn, if they're down, now the only way they can do it is if they're up. If they're down, I don't think you can afford to rest them.
Well, it'll probably be dependent on the pace of the game as well.
Yeah. But
if it's a lot of running or a lot of walking the ball up and down the court.
How is Nash going to manage these minutes with his team? So
we're going to find out.
We will, brother. So, on that note, go and give them that social media, man, so we can get out here and get ready for this game.
Man, y'all check me personally out on Marleybets. That's my Twitter and my Instagram. Y'all check out the show, Brothers and Bets. That's Brothers, THASN, just the letter, Bets like traditionally spelled. Check out the podcast every day. We will have one tomorrow covering the game, and as well as Monday covering the playoffs. My boy LJ is a frequent guest on the show. That's it, my man.
All right, man. And, of course, LJ from Houston, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, RaWordz Podcast on YouTube, streaming now. So like, subscribe, holler at your boy. Hey, check this out, Marley. J Money got them Smack City shirts now. You know how you be talking about Smack City?
Yeah.
I sent him a message, so he gonna send me. I paid him for a shirt, man. He gonna send me a Smack City shirt, bro. So
that's what's up.
I'm have it on next time when I come on. I want to have a Smack City shirt.
I'm gonna get my Let's Be Vegas shirts made. So
hey, Parlay King, all that. We gonna get our merch going.
So. Our website will be up. Our plan is that I just got our DBA. We just got our DBA yesterday for Brothers and Bets. So we plan on having the website up and going by football season.
Awesome. I'm with y'all too. So I'm gonna be.
We're gonna shoot a new intro. We're gonna do a whole, but we got plans. We got plans.
Already, man. All right. Until then, appreciate y'all tuning in. RaWordz Podcast, Marleybets, LJ from Houston, and I'm gonna leave you on this note, people. If somebody owe you money, you never go broke. Holla.
This H-Town for real.